am I gonna reduce the preload on this thing? It doesn't go that way. It only goes down.
I think it has to do with adjusting this length, eh? Kind of like the toe on a car.
Yeah, but how would that make the spring?
I have no idea. I'll be honest, straight up, I don't know anything about wastegates.
Because if I adjust this longer, all it's gonna do is open the flapper up. Does this thing hit the So basically, I know some of the guys on the forums have adjusted their BNR S4 wastegates. I'm not sure how to do that with this one because I can probably adjust the length so that it opens further, but I don't know how to reduce the preload that's already on the spring because I can't push it in this way. It only allows to pull out like this. And according to what's advertised, this is supposed to open around 18 PSI. The thing is, what if this thing can't open all the way? That's exactly what's happening, because if you look here, and you see that wastegate flapper right there?
Let me just zoom in here. 2 seconds.
See, can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
So this is closed. Look what happens when I open it.
Wastegate opens and
it
bam.
hits the downpipe flange. Right?
Can't get past it.
I can't get past this downpipe flange. I'm pretty sure it can travel more. Right?
Maybe the wastegate's not opening fully and that's why you're overboosting.
That's why I'm overboosting in cold weather and hitting like 23 PSI at 0 wastegate duty cycle. So this is a C&T Racing catted downpipe, and it's hitting it right here. So we're gonna see if we can maybe like grind this down a little bit.
First thing is we're gonna loosen the downpipe and see if the holes on the downpipe flange are actually like oblong and we can maybe just push the downpipe out of the way.
They're not oblong.
Okay, so if we can't, then we're gonna have to just file it down.
So I'm pretty sure this is the problem, hitting the flange. I don't really know for sure if the internal actual door is hitting something inside the downpipe either, but the only way to really know is to take the downpipe off and look inside. And so we got the car up on jack stands in the front, and what we're gonna have to do is remove the downpipe pretty much entirely. I think the issue is that it's hitting, the wastegate door is hitting, or the arm is hitting the downpipe flange. You wanna go for coffee? You wanna go for coffee? Okay, let's get a coffee. So basically this is the edge that the wastegate...
Wait, focus.
So this is the edge of the downpipe that the wastegate arm is hitting. So we're grinding down this section here so we can get free movement.
Okay, so we don't actually have a grinding wheel, so we're just using just a grinding disc. Okay, so the downpipe is in.
Okay.
The 2 sensor is in.
Okay. Hey, how's it going there, bud? How you doing?
Downpipe has been shaved down.
Yeah, and as you can see,
we have a lot more play here now.
We have the wastegate off now. As you can see, the wastegate now clears the flange on the downpipe. See?
Yeah.
So it opens fully too, so it's good. So we don't really know how far the actual actuator rod goes out, but before it would stop like right here. You know what I mean? Like it would hit the flange. But now it actually has full articulation this way, so hopefully this reduces the boost spikes. So what do you think, Julian? Do you think this is going to solve my overboosting issue?
I think it may solve your overboosting issue if the issue was the wastegate not opening enough to bleed off all the pressure going through that turbine.
So the thing is, what else could it actually be? Because in the tune, basically...
I really think that like if the wastegate couldn't open fully, then even though it was opening a little bit, you were still building boost because there was still a lot of flow through the exhaust turbine and it was spooling and creating more boost. So I feel like if hitting that flange was the restriction, this wastegate now opening further will bleed off a lot more pressure and you won't build boost, so you shouldn't boost spike anymore. But who knows, man? Like in your tune, your wastegate duty cycle was set to 0 and you're still overboosting, right?
Yeah, I'm still hitting. Okay. So the actuator is set to 18 PSI according to the advertising on the website BNR.
Yep.
BNR. So in the summertime, yeah, no problem. 18, 19 PSI wastegate spring pressure, right? Wintertime, I was getting 23, even 24. And then we noticed that it was hitting the flange and we thought maybe that's probably what it was. So
Let's see
we
what
grinded
happens.
it down. We'll see how it goes when we take it for a ride.
After this, if that doesn't fix the issue, then we're just gonna have to go back to more troubleshooting.
Yeah, well, what I'll end up doing is I'll probably end up calling Brian and get him to ship me over a spring or
Like a weaker
like an actuator that opens at like 14 psi or something like that.
Cool.
Because I'm having trouble controlling load in colder weather, so it's exceeding the load targets.
You know what though? That's actually not the worst problem to have. I mean, it's a bad thing because like overboosting is bad, but this turbo is a freaking monster.
Problem is, at 24 pounds of boost,
a nice turbo.
24 pounds of boost, I'm spraying a little bit of methanol. It's pretty much maxing out the fuel system already. So,
even with methanol spray.
so I gotta keep boost in check. All right.
So technically, this wouldn't be an issue if you had like an off fuel setup.
So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to make it so that the car under boosts, and I'm gonna use wastegate duty cycle to bring the boost levels up to target, and if it over exceeds that, it just pulls the wastegate duty cycle back down. Right now, there's no wastegate duty cycle to pull down,
And you're still
because
overboosted.
it's already at 0, and the throttle closures it's limited to operation, right? It'll only be as a last resort for it to use the throttle to close to limit load. But even with the throttle closing, I still exceed loads because of this. So we'll see how it goes.
All right, wish us luck. Actually, you'll find out towards the end of the video how this actually turns out. All right, what do we have here? We got our wastegate.
Okay, so this is the wastegate. We thought maybe it had something to do with the wastegate not being adjusted to what we wanted, but we can't really seem to figure out how to adjust it because it only goes out this way, but we can't push it in anymore to reduce any preload. The preload's already set, so I don't really think we can adjust this, because if we were to extend, if we were to loosen this and then move this rod out further, all that would do is open the wastegate door slightly early, which is really not what we want. So
Because our problem was no matter how long this bar actually is, the actual bracket that moves the wastegate was hitting our downpipe. So it doesn't really matter what we adjusted this to, it would stop at the downpipe like it was interfering.
yeah, so let's just put it back on and go
So
from there.
we did nothing to this. All we did was shave down the downpipe so that the little, what is it called?
I guess the wastegate,
the wastegate flap
wastegate
thing?
arm.
Wastegate arm. That little arm that this rod pushes, we just basically allowed it to clear the downpipe by shaving down the downpipe flange.
Yeah,
What downpipe is it, just in case people
it's a C&T Racing
CNT
downpipe.
Racing downpipe. All right, so let's do this. Let's put it back on and then test drive.
Yeah. I can't see, Julian. You gotta get some more light in here, eh, bud?
Oh, my knees. Leaning over cars sucks, man.
Don't hurt my car.
We gotta buy a Jeep. I just gotta work on a Jeep, man.
Okay.
Okay, we put a new camera on the battery. I mean, we put new camera. We put we recharged the camera for the battery. We put cameras. We put new battery in the camera. The heat shield, the first heat shield's on, the one that goes around where the wastegate actuator is. This is the next heat shield that we're gonna put in. What we need to do now is put more flashlight in the batteries. What are you thinking about?
I got lost there. I got lost. What the heck is this thing?
Let's order some pizza, man. Gotta eat. I'm gonna get some extra mushrooms, you know? What are you gonna order?
Pepperoni with anchovies.
Pepperoni with anchovies.
Getting some pepperoni with anchovies, huh? You know, that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. So right now I've got a really detuned map. Wastegate duty cycle is completely zeroed out. I'm only running 6 degrees of ignition advance at 6,000 RPM. Still overboosting. Perfecto.